What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to NTFG Reviews. I'm your boy Nate the Fragrance Guy, and today I want to do a weekly rotation. Put you guys in on what I wore this past week. Maybe open you up to some new suggestions to add to your collection. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, weekly wears or weekly rotation, I probably won't do every week, but here and there, I'm gonna try to, fill you guys in on what I'm wearing. So, first off, Sunday. What was the day? Hold on. Let me check. I forgot the day. This past Sunday. What was the date? Okay, Sunday was the 10th. This is starting from the 10th to the 16th. So Sunday, I chilled around the house, didn't really do anything. Woke up, showered, and I put Ralph Lauren's Big Pony 1. Very simple style of fragrance. Some people may say it's boring, and I can see that it is boring. There's nothing special about this. It's a clean, fresh, citrusy, woody fragrance. Very aromatic, woody, citrusy, clean. That's really what you get. If you look at the note right now, it's citruses and wood. It smells good though, and you can pick this up for about 20 bucks at most rack stores. Very bright, citrusy, very uplifting in the open, and it dries down a nice, fresh, woody style of scent. That's it. That's what I wore Sunday. Now Monday, starting off the work week, it was pretty cold. This was like the first real cold week of the fall season. Like straight through the whole week was pretty chilly. I started off the morning with Mason Alhambra's Woody Oud. If this could focus, jeez. There we go. Woody Oud by Mason Alhambra, and this is an amazing Tom Ford Oud Wood clone. It's really spot on, y'all. This is really good. And for the price you can get this at, it's a no-brainer. If you're a fan of this DNA, you gotta have, this one, it's a lot of good ones out there, but this one is really nice. I really enjoy the way this is done. It has a creamy woodiness with a nice oud. It's not too heavy on the oud or animalic, but it's a nice creamy kind of amber wood, creamy sandalwood kind of wood with a bit of that oud smell. And then you get like a spiciness. It's a spicy fragrance. It's sexy. It's masculine. This is perfect. Mason Alhambra's Woody Oud. And so the way I work is I go in 6 in the morning for 4 hours. I get 4 hours off shift. 4-hour break basically, and I come back around 3 o'clock and I finish another 4 hours. I get off around 7. So I have split days. So I love that. Week fragrances are really, I love them because half of my work day is 4 hours. So I get to wear them, I go home, shower, or I just throw on the next fragrance and it'll last me throughout the rest of the day. So by the time it was time for me to start my shift again, the Woody Oud was pretty much done. So I just threw on Natethefragranceguy Secret, and this is the Acqua di Gio Profumo clone, but it's really closer to that Parfum because it has a freshness to it. It's just like how the Parfum is fresher, slightly fresher, not slightly. It's enough to notice it's fresher than the Profumo. If you smell them side by side, you can really notice how fresher it is. But in the air, yeah, this is gonna smell like Profumo, and the Parfum is gonna smell like Profumo. But this is really nice. This is a great fragrance, and I wouldn't say it's weak, but it has mediocre performance. It's average. I'll get probably 5 hours out of this, which is not terrible, but I would like a little more. If it pushed to that 6th, 7th hour, this will be ranked way higher, like especially like in my Lattafa collection, because the smell is amazing. It's amazing. You get the incense, you get the earthiness from the patchouli, but this is just, like I said, it's fresher. It's not heavy on the incense, but you do get the smokiness and you get the earthiness with that Acqua di Gio scent DNA. It's a beautiful scent. We all know about this. This was my second half for Monday. Starting out Tuesday, this one I wore all day. For the rest of these, I just wore these all day and I just reapplied them for that second half of the shift. But I went with Frank Olivier's Pure Addiction. I was in a BR 540 mood, and I didn't want to wear my Untold. I didn't want to wear Club de Nuit Untold. It wasn't Untold. You know, I'm going to work. Untold can be a little too much for work. But this is perfect. This is more of a twist of that BR540 DNA. You get orange at the top. So it starts off fresh and sweet with some orange. Then you get the saffron and the white florals and that sugary sweetness. And then it's very woody in the base. This has oak moss in the base. I think it's some leather in the base. So this would be, if you're a guy and you want that BR540 DNA, but the BR540 OG or Untold or the clones that's out here nowadays, it's just too sweet, too feminine, too much of that cotton candy, or just too much of something that makes it lean more feminine. This will be the perfect solution for you, man. This is a way more masculine take on that BR540 DNA, and it's really not identical. Like I said, it's a beautiful twist with that orange at the top, and then that oak moss in the base really dries down woody with the vanilla. It's like, it really reminds me of the dry down of Mancera's Instant Crush, because that dry down is really woody and vanilla. That's what you get out of this. This is a great fragrance, and you could pick this thing up for $22, and it performs decent too. It's not a room filler, it's not beastly. You're gonna get 6 to 7 hours and good projection, nothing crazy, but you're gonna be smelled. It's gonna sit closer to the skin after that 2.5 hours, and you're gonna have a nice sillage and scent bubble around you. It's good, man. For what you're paying, you can't beat it. Frank Olivier's Pure Addiction. So Wednesday, I actually didn't go to work, called out, was with my wife. We did some running around, taking care of some business. And like I said, this was the first cold week, so I was pulling out all them cooler weather fragrances. I was wearing the more heavier stuff, so I went with Guess, Amberwood, and Tobacco. Oh, Tobacco and Amberwood. Man, if you haven't smelled this yet, if you haven't picked this up from Burlington yet, please, it's $20 at Burlington. Go pick it up. You can't go wrong with a $20 fragrance. I mean, you can go, I think you could, they have this in the stores. Not Sears. What is it? JCPenney. You can go to JCPenney and smell it. But just go pick it up from Burlington, man. Oh, this is the closest, like, wow, this smells so good. It really gives me niche vibes. This is beautiful. The tobacco in this is really nice. The vanilla, you have saffron. It's just good, man. I don't remember the full note breakdown of it, but this is just a beautiful tobacco, spicy, and just like amberwood. Well, that's what it is, right? Yeah, amberwood. It's a tobacco and amberwood, but it has so much more. I think it's rose in this. It's really like a nice scent profile. It smells way more expensive than what it actually is. $20, you can't go wrong, and it lasts for a nice amount of time. I got 7 to 8 hours off this thing. Nice projection. I got a compliment. This was nice. Please go check it out. You're gonna get a way higher quality feeling fragrance than what you're paying for. This is amazing. So next up, I went with another cheapy gem. This one can be found for like $17 on Joma Shop, and it is from the house of Sapple or Sapil. I don't know which one it actually is. I say Sapil, but it's Sapil's Bow. And if you don't know, that noise always gets me. Oh, this is a beautiful take on Armani's Code Profumo. Looks terrible. The bottle looks terrible. Somebody said the cap looked like a doorknob, which now that I heard it, I can't get doorknob out of my head every time I see this. This looks like a doorknob. Bottle looks cheap, terrible cheap, but the juice inside this thing is beautiful. Oh my God. That Profumo DNA, it was done so well. You get the cardamom, the tonka bean, I think, what is it, leather, the orange, mandarin orange, the lavender. This is a beautiful scent. It smells so sexy, spicy, ambery, creamy, like kind of, a little slightly powdery. This is just really good. And the performance is amazing. I got easy 8 hours out of this. I didn't have to reapply. It was just good. It worked. It project. I just loved my scent bubble was just amazing. I was just really enjoying myself, smelling myself the whole day. This thing is amazing for $16, $17. It's a no-brainer. You gotta get it. Pick it up. Now Friday, I wanted something a little fresher. I was going heavier on the scents all week. I wanted something fresher, but still on the heavier side. So not as super freshy, but definitely fresher than the things I was wearing throughout the week. And I went with Davidoff Cool Water Intense. This is a great flanker, man. Really nice, really nice. It doesn't smell anything like the OG Cool Water, but it definitely is intense. This is a strong fragrance. It lasts, it projects, it's thick, it's sweet. There's something sweet and powdery about this one. It reminds me kind of like YEDP, but not like it's not that fresh and fruity. But the sweet bubblegum sweetness out of this thing that you get, the playful sweetness you get out of this, it definitely reminds me of like a YEDP style of fragrance. And then as it dries down, you get the coconut slightly. It's not really heavy on the coconut, but you do get like a creamy coconut mixing with the woods. It's like a nice creamy, but you also get some ambroxan out of this. It's not listed, but I definitely get like a soapy ambroxan-y kind of feel. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of lavender a little bit, but it definitely gives that blue, fresh, soapy, lavender aromatic kind of vibe out of this one. I'm pretty sure it's some ambroxan. This thing it projects. You can get the 125 ml, $35. This is a bona fide cheapie, certified gem. Gotta try it out. It's really that good. Compliment monster. It's hard not to like this one. Like, if you're thinking Cool Water, is nothing like that. This is like a very mass appealing, sweet, ambery kind of blue fragrance. And this is perfect, especially for the cooler weather. If you want something fresh on the blue side, sweet, this is nice. Cool Water Intense. So Saturday, which is today, I actually just got back from having brunch with family members. Some family from out of town came in, had a good time, had a great brunch, great time. And I choose to wear Vo Elegante from Amir's Paris Corner, the Amir's line. Vo Elegante. And this is their take on that Naxos DNA. And it's good. I will say it is good. The thing about this one, which I actually like, because now that I have OG Naxos, I can wear this in like that spring season. This is more like a 3 season. I would say the OG Naxos is fall, winter. This is more like spring, fall, winter, because this is slightly fresher. You get more of that citruses up top with this one, and it just has a fresher vibe to it. The OG Naxos is thicker on that honey, it's more of that tobacco. You definitely get all of those notes out of this, but this one is just fresher. It's not as heavy, and I feel like it's a better wear. Well, it's not a better wear, but it's more versatile if you want to wear like some Naxos and maybe like a 65, 70 degree day. You know, you can definitely pull this out. It smells good. I wanted to wear something that was a little heavy, but not too heavy. And I thought about this, and it was perfect. You get about 5 hours. This is not a beast in performance, at least longevity. Longevity, I got 5 hours out of it. It's a cool skin scent right now, but really like 5 hours, I would say 5.5 at best, at least for me. And then on a projection shot, I would say average projector. But for where I would wear this to, I wouldn't need it to fill a room anyway. This is something I would wear casually. It don't have to be a beast mode or nothing like that. It just smells good. You're gonna have a nice sillage and a nice little scent bubble around you. You're still gonna get smelled. It's good, especially for what you're gonna pay. If you want that Naxos DNA, try it out. I know it is better clones though, but this is one I went with. So that was my weekly wears, weekly rotation for last week. Let me guys, let me know if you guys have these fragrances or not, if you tried them, how do you feel about them? I don't know, I feel like these are some cheapy bangers. All of these are pretty much cheap. Yeah, they're all cheapy, under like $40. So check them out. I feel like there's some good fragrances. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Natethefragranceguy, and I'm signing out.